6 men bringing you back.
Welcome back to MyView TV, the people's platform, the home of undiluted news, reviews, updates, and your daily dose of entertainment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in your cheer for me. Everything what you see up my natural talent. Let me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple.
Go on, my people. Hope everybody doing okay. Hope everybody doing alright. Give thanks to life for the gathering. Tell the police them say get around, get pen and paper. Come with me and them crack case together. You understand? Yes, when a barrel come from foreign, there are a few little things people need to know. 1, the color of the barrel. 2, what is inside the barrel. 3, the little paper. If you got calicky barrel. But before you reach the paper for calicky barrel, you know, and which port the barrel come through, you need to know who you send the barrel to and who the barrel come from. So get your bunks now. The 26th of February 2019. Was that a Tuesday? If it was a Tuesday, write yes in the comment section. Remember one little barrel they come at Jamaica. Zine? And the police them find 21 gun in it and 791 rounds of ammunition. I think I saw it go, don't it? Yeah, man. Follow me now, man. And then them the old lamp on one little temporary worker. He just get a job, you know. He just get a job. And the man them use him. Yeah, man. The man them use him to say, oh, you will want to collect this barrel. You understand like how you work down at the terminal. Them now go to check the terminal people them. I saw the thing them going on. Them in-bed people in the places, them where them want get things or get out things. So I remember when 28-year-old Javon McKay, yeah man, right down the day work, man, right down at the terminal, them come from off that old Braeton. Him go calicky barrel. You understand? For him name, the dep on the barrel. And those were the contents in the barrel. So guess what? Go on power go on now. The police have the contents of the barrel, them have received of the barrel. And them still are trying to figure out who they send the barrel. Don't need to worry yourself right now. I can tell you now. Dennis was the one who sent the barrel. Yeah, man. And Dennis gun them on the whole lamp on the same Dennis. I'm right over Braeton, right over there. So him, I feel him gun them on the clamp pan. Remember, I know. Dennis had the dad, you understand? For Middle East. And not only that, him power up on a Reid spend too. So the man them on a Reid spend, them getting some machine from Dennis too, you know. Yeah, man. And all the artists talk about Middle East. Dennis place, man. Dennis place. And not only that, remember the youth them who kill the councillor. You know what he said, all know not come out tight and then can't find them. Dennis hide them. Them left from over South Barrow and gone right round there so can't hide. If you don't believe me, ask Chòcky and Dennis them. And then put roof over their head, man. And them hide them. And them people. All the police them for you know just ask the question them and then get the answer, you know. Put the question them in the comment section when you want to know, man. You understand? And stop use private page and message for ask question. So put in the comment section so people can actually say, yo, una ask question, and when they get the answers, boom, we see results. Yeah, man. So I trade the hard way. Catch your bunks now, people. So you're not going to write nobody write it. Know exactly when I'm going to say my view. Stop tell lie. All your fear say Dennis, Chòcky, and Bling. I create pure havoc in the community. And Chòcky dead. Hold on a bit. Remember it's two Chòcky. You understand that the two of them was friends. One dead and one down dead. Let me tell you about the one way. Down dead first. Remember it make film look close to the other day, you know. When me say the other day, me attack in a May. You remember? May 3rd, 2023. When Neshan Lewis they dead. And the Chòcky did for dead, him cousin. The same one where everybody know. In a Braeton and old Braeton. We are walk around I broke people shop, a thief closed off a line, and a whole up little people them. Yeah man, the same people them in the community when know him I rob them. You understand? And not only that, him a hold a little girl them too. You understand? Him a hold of the little girl them too. Little brown bitch out face boy, man, know exactly who me I talk about. But hold on, make a move from him right now and go to the next Chòcky. You understand? Him, big baboon. When I say I him do, I know what him do. I him never do. Then I know say the boy take out his gun and back it off a Puggy face. And guess what? Puggy face friend them see when him back gun off him. You understand? Yeah, but I have picture of the gun too. Because Puggy and him friend them have the gun right now. And them have the gun right now. Cause oh, you feel back gun off a man in this day and age. And you not squeeze it. So guess what? One pound walk one. I right on a weed spend right on the dead or something. Remember say the other day me did tell him about it, don't it? Yeah man. I right on the dead and give it to him man. So him dead. Him dead. You understand? Because East and Reid spend man them a link. You understand? And I think they supply everything to them. Dennis. Yes. See him Dennis. Yeah man. Blue shirt Dennis. Eh? See him Dennis. What a word yourself people are so forward.
It was revealed in court on Tuesday that the Samsung A31 mobile phone, which is alleged to contain audio recordings of Beachy Stout hiring a hitman to murder his wife, was never logged in any diary or official record book at the offices of the Major Investigation Division or any police station in Jamaica. The phone belongs to murder convict and hired hitman Denvelin Bubla Minot. It was also revealed that the lead detective who instructed that the phone be turned over to investigators at the Communication, Forensic and Cybercrime Division had never mentioned it in 2 initial statements he gave in the murder investigation. The mobile phone, which is now at the heart of the prosecution's attempt to prove Beachy Stout conspired to commit murder, was only mentioned in a statement from the detective when the trial began in September last year. That's 3 years after the start of the initial investigation into the murder of Beachy Stout's wife. Defense attorney John Jacobs told the witness he found the omission of the device from station diaries, logbooks, and registers highly unusual. He asked the witness whether it was best practice to log potential exhibits and evidentiary material in criminal investigations. The lead detective responded that it was. Mr. Jacobs then asked why the Samsung phone was never logged or entered. The detective indicated that superiors at the MID believed logging the item could compromise the integrity of the exhibit. He also told the court the phone was not logged so as to control information about it and ensure the safety of police personnel. Mr. Jacobs then suggested to the detective that the phone was never logged and he never mentioned it in his initial statements because the device did not exist until after the trial began. It is the second time the defense team is suggesting the mobile phone on which the prosecution's case hangs only came into existence after the trial got underway. When it was his turn to cross-examine the witness, lead defense attorney Christopher Townsend pointed out that when the lead detective conducted a question and answer session with Bubla, he asked 125 questions in a near 4-hour-long interview session. Townsend pressed the detective why none of these questions were about the Samsung phone if indeed it had existed at the point of Bubla's arrest and if Bubla had told the police recordings were on it. The detective conceded he did not ask about the phone, but maintained the phone had always existed. Townsend then asked whether he would consider the phone important to the prosecution's case. The detective indicated it was. At this point, Townsend asked, quote, "Then how would you have never logged it, asked about it, or raised it?" Before the witness could answer, Townsend further pressed him whether it was the prosecutor who had asked him to provide a third statement mentioning the mobile phone. To this, the witness responded, quote, "Yes, in regard to accounting for the chain of custody." Mr. Townsend then accused the witness of making a deliberate attempt to hide information in the case. Quote, "Is that fair?" he asked the witness. The witness answered, "Yes, sir." It was murder convict turned state witness Denvelin Bubla Minot who positively identified Oscar Barnes as the man he subcontracted to murder Mrs. McDonald on the night of July 20, 2020. Bubla has alleged he was originally contracted to carry out the hit by her husband, Beachy Stout. But during cross-examination on Wednesday, Wellesley hammered the detective sergeant not only on the moment Bubla allegedly pointed out Barnes to the police, but also on the evidence the prosecution had linking his client to the murder. Wellesley repeatedly pressed the policeman to recall the specifics of the day Barnes was taken into custody. At points, the policeman admitted he could not recall. Nearly an hour into his questioning, Wellesley asked the witness whether the police had found any evidence during a search of Barnes's house that linked him to the crime. The detective sergeant said he did not. Wellesley pressed whether the police had found any relevant evidence on the seized mobile phones and motor vehicle belonging to Barnes. The detective sergeant again admitted he did not. Wellesley asked the witness whether there was any DNA evidence extracted from clothing or the vehicle linking his client to the murder. Again, the detective sergeant admitted there was none. Wellesley then asked whether the detective had ever asked Bubbler in Barnes's presence if he knew him. The detective again admitted he did not. Upon further questioning, the detective sergeant appeared to contradict previous testimony given by Bubbler about the moment he pointed out Barnes to the police. To this, the attorney asked, quote, "You knew Minot was not someone you can trust or believe? A man who has given conflicting statements about this very case?" The detective responded that he was not aware that Minot could not be trusted. The lead detective had testified during the morning session that when Denver and Bubbler Minot positively identified Oscar Barnes as the man who murdered Tonya Hamilton McDonald, Barnes was seated in a chair while more than 5 people milled around, smoking and drinking. The detective had been grilled about the specifics of what was said, the number of people present, and the color of the clothing being worn by those who were present when Barnes was arrested. But when the trial resumed from the lunch break, the defense played a video which was recorded on August 5, 2020. That's the day Bubbler identified Barnes to the police. The faces on the video were not clear, but in 2 important respects, the video appeared to differ from the sworn testimony previously given by the policeman. The detective had testified he was sure only one man was seated at the location when he arrested Barnes. He had also told the court the one man seated was identified by Bubbler as Oscar Barnes. But in the video, which was played twice in open court, 2 men could clearly be seen seated. A voice alleged to be Bubbler's could be heard saying, quote, "Yeah man, seem de, him sit down in a chair," end quote. Wellesley pressed the witness, quote, "Do you see one man or 2 men seated in a chair in that video?" The detective responded, quote, "I was saying what I saw on the day, what my focus was on." A voice in the video could also be heard asking, "In the bright color?" The detective had testified earlier in the day that he had never uttered those words on the day he arrested Barnes. More than one person in the video could be seen wearing bright colors. Confronted with the video recording, the detective admitted the voice was his and he did in fact utter the words. To this, Wellesley asked, "Would you agree with me that you spoke untruth to the jury?" The detective responded in a low voice, "No, I made an error." Wellesley expressed further, "So you were assisting Mr. Minot to identify Mr. Barnes?" The witness responded firmly, "No, sir." At this point, the jurors could be seen exchanging whispers and muttering among themselves. The defense team had been successful in getting the lead investigator to admit that he had no physical evidence linking Oscar Barnes to Tonya Hamilton McDonald's murder. The defense had also succeeded in using video evidence to contradict the detective's testimony on 2 important aspects of the identification of Barnes on the day he was arrested. The defense had made heavy weather of the fact that there were 2 men seated at the scene when Denverlin Bubbler Minot pointed out Oscar Barnes as a man seated in a chair. Bubbler could clearly be heard on the video recording saying, quote, "Yeah man, seem de, him sit down in the chair," end quote. On Thursday, the lead prosecutor took the detective through a frame-by-frame analysis of the controversial video, the people in it, and the voices heard on tape. The prosecutor zeroed in on one voice in particular, which could be heard clearly saying, quote, "Seem de with the plot up here," end quote. That voice was later identified as Bubbler's. The prosecutor asked the detective to analyze the heads of all 3 men who could be seen in the video frames. The detective testified he could only see the hair of one man on the recording. He identified that man as the one who was seated. He maintained that the man had been pointed out to him as Oscar Barnes. The 2 other men seen in the video were wearing caps. When asked to describe the seated man's hair, the detective noted he had, quote, "plaited cornrow-like hair pointing up," end quote. At this point, the jurors were observed urgently whispering among themselves. Members of the defense team could also be seen carefully scrutinizing the frames of the video. The trial will resume at 10 on Friday morning, at which time the statements given by Beachy Stout to the police the day after his wife's murder are expected to be read in open court.
Thanks for watching. This was a MyView TV production. Remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, tell a friend for tell a friend, and remember, never bring nobody forward for cheer for him. Walk good.